Harold Bergman, Jewish shamus and World War II vet, is ready to settle down with his high school flame. When a society lady offers a job too simple, Harold winds up neck deep in a 25-year-old murder tied to a dead gangster and secrets no one wants unearthed. Just as the dust settles, a regular job with an insurance outfit drags him into something darker and more sinister. Now the dead are whispering and the living are lying. He'll need the strength of his 5,000-year-old religion to survive the wickedness of the past. The Crop of Wickedness, Volume 3 of the Wichita Chronicles. Release date, October 8th, 2025. The past has come to harvest.
Hungry, traveler? Whether you've just outrun the apocalypse, survived a moon crash, or stumbled out of a trash can, there's only one place for peace, love, and tacos. Sancho Tom's Taco Truck, where the salsa is soul-licious. Available in every multiverse, just keep looking. This ad is brought to you by Middle-Aged Man in a Trash Can by William Bryan Johnson. Available where all good books are sold.
And welcome to Tiki Man and the Viking podcast. And he is Tiki Man.
My goodness, I'm H.B. Burlow. I write historical crime fiction, and I have two series, the Ark City Confidential Chronicles and the Wichita Chronicles. And he, of course, is the Viking.
I am William Bryan Johnson, author of Hell to Pay, The Dark Cry of Aristed, and Middle-Aged Man in a Trash Can.
I'm working on that right now, loving it. The wife has already read it. It's surprising that my wife wanted to read it first. I think she wanted to try to get inside your head and understand why I'm hanging out with you. And then after that, she just said, "Okay, you can have them. You're done with them," and so forth.
As long as she didn't look at you and just start screaming, "Why?"
No, she
Why?
didn't. She didn't. It's been a while since we haven't interviewed anybody, so we just want to get caught up. Of course, Middle-Aged Man in a Trash Can came out, and I remember several years when you were talking about it as, you know, a WIP, and the whole thing would go into OWFI last year, meeting up with Alicia Dean at OWFI, who's editor for Wild Rose Press.
And pitched it during one of the pitch sessions.
Oh, my goodness sakes. What did it feel like when we saw your videos, when every writer does the whole thing, the box of the books and so forth?
Unboxing.
Right. But I mean, what did it feel like to hold the book? I mean, knowing what you had gone through to write it.
It's like having a child. I mean, you know, it's always a great thing to hold your own work.
Yeah.
In its finished form, in its final form.
Absolutely. Absolutely. What are you working on right now? Because I mean, of course, you can't just be one and done. Well, now three and done.
Three and done. Yeah. You know what? Why would I ever work on the same thing over and over again? But you know, actually,
because you're a madman.
Yeah. I'm working on sequels right now to Dark Cry of Aristed, based on Norse and Icelandic sagas. I finished one of the books last year at 95,000 words, and I've gone back and decided to split off one of the characters to his own novel. So this summer I've written almost 40,000 words. I'm up every morning, 6-7 o'clock, out on the back deck if weather's nice, and I write for a solid 2-3 hours.
Wow.
And my word count's coming in 1,000 usually minimum. I have had 8 days this year that I've hit over 2,000 to 25,000 or 2,500 words.
There you go.
So it's coming, and I'm at the point I have 2 more chapters left. I know exactly the beats of it, so hopefully I'll get that done before I go back to school in 2 weeks.
And of course, with you, I mean, the whole world building and all these sagas and the mythology, it takes more time because I don't want to say the word wrong, but dense. They're thicker in terms of meaning and background, and everything that you put in has to be related to something. And of course, if you've got a world, you got to make sure that it fits into that world as well too.
Well, and I'm even playing around with the thought of possibly making a gaming system out of it because I've developed a war that is supernatural, and the war's not heavily discussed in the book, but the fallout is. And that's
Wow.
something that I may look at working on, is producing some sort of gaming system for if people want to do that.
Now, you did mention to me in one of our own private conversations, you were working on some sort of offbeat pulp detective piece.
Yeah.
Tell
Um, so there's a little side project I started after kind of a long discussion with some friends after a very strange event, and came up with kind of a comedy, almost Reacher style character, just kind of a guy that's wandering around, or he's actually in his own place, but he's a detective that is around West Texas, and he's in his own little community, and he solves things. But he's morbidly obese, he has type 2 diabetes and traumatic brain injury. And so it's kind of like a Reacher version of Curly from the Three Stooges. He has a friend named Bob that's his uncontrolled raccoon that lives under his trailer that may be rabid, and he has deep talks with Bob on nights that he can't sleep and tends to see things from a little bit of a different angle. And I'm 20 to 30,000 words on that this summer.
Would you call that a black comedy, or is it, do you tell
Yeah.
it straight?
I do want to use a little bit of gumshoe mystery.
Right.
But yeah, it's comedy. There's some things I try to be serious on. Ultimately, it's a redemption story. What isn't that I write a redemption story? Um, but he is trying to redeem himself after an accident that kind of left him, well, with the traumatic brain injury. And he knows everybody looks at him weird because of it.
Do you have a working title?
Oh yeah, Double Wide Justice, the story of Joey Bodine. I did throw together a very quick. I nailed a short story in about. I didn't maybe call it a novelette in 2 days here recently, um, called the Mayor's Wife's Dogfighting Ring, and it comes off a line that I had in there about he, something he disrupted one time, and I just decided to run with it. I was having kind of mental block on the other story and wrote this, and then of course right after that the mental block disappeared and I was able to write. I think I had my first 2,500 word day this week when that happened. So it's been fun. I've got some covers I've played around with already. We'll kind of see when I publish that, if I publish it.
uh, but what's interesting, it's kind of like, the whole food analogy. It's like, I'm going to make Italian food. I'm going to make Italian food. Okay, I'm going to do some stir fry. It's like, you are known for your dark fantasy based on the mythologies. You venture off and do the multiverse, middle-aged man in a trash can. You
Which
come
has
back
mythology and folklore.
right, but it doesn't have the same sense that
No,
Aristide had.
totally
You go back to
different
your
world.
Aristide story. You can do the backstory plus a character offshoot of that, and then you go to Double Wide Justice. It's almost necessary, don't you think? It's almost necessary that we don't just get into that groove of the one thing.
Yeah, and it also may be that I have ADHD in my writing.
Okay, okay,
I mean, you look behind me, I've got 3 books. They're all completely different.
absolutely. I see that. I see that. Yeah, yeah. I just have a tiki man behind me, so that's
Hey,
all I've
that's all
got.
right. What do you
That's it.
got going on right now?
Well, my book 3 of the Wichita Chronicles is in galley right now. I'm waiting for a release date. I'm doing the final edits, the personal edits on book 4. I've outlined book 5, which is where I'm going to end it. Sorry to anybody else out there that reads it that wants it to go further. Developed a new historical crime fiction series that takes place probably about 10 to 15 years later, different character altogether. And I've got an outline for something that I've had in my mind for years. It's literary fiction, historical, but it covers the life of a writer, poet, filmmaker throughout the entirety of the 20th century. I mean, literally born on January 1st, 2000, and some freelance writer encounters him and wants him to tell his story in 1999. So we've got the old guy telling stories in each of the decades. And the whole thing behind it is that it's not going to be what people imagine for each decade. Okay, there's the witch hunts in the 50s. Well, he wasn't a part of the witch hunts, but he got impacted by them. So
you nothing like is going McCarthyism.
Right, exactly. So the whole thing is, this is an homage, if you will, to the notion of storytelling. This man tells stories, and we're not sure if he's a reliable narrator or not, largely because he's 99 years old. And what can you possibly remember? So it's historical. It's a little wild and crazy. I'm planning that each chapter, there would be like, I think eight or nine of them based upon each, decade, would be a fixed number in approximation. So I'd be writing 8 or 9 short stories, and that will make it easier to write. But I've always been fascinated by the notion of storytelling, because that's what we do. It doesn't matter what our genres are, right? We tell stories. And I think
so. His life starts when?
He was born January 1st, 1900.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. So we'll see how that goes. See, I tell you where the impetus came from. My dearest friend, who I've known for, let me see, how old am I? 56 years. Okay, 57 years. Sorry, known him since first grade. He's got this fantastic memory. He remembers details of all the kids from high school, junior high, my 20s, and so forth. And for years, I'd acquiesced to his memory. And then I stopped and I realized, wait a minute. What if this son of a gun, I love him. What if he's not correct? And I'm just taking his word for it because I don't remember. So we tell stories. How true are they? How accurate are they? As fiction writers, they're not accurate. They're made up.
Yeah.
But when we tell stories about things, I'm getting older, Ryan. Okay. I'm not lying. I'm getting older. Okay.
Are you going to go as surreal as like Big Fish?
Not as surreal, just several times during each of the chapters, he'll reference the fact that not exactly sure what the guy's name was. It could have been Johns or Jones or Johnson or something like that. So there will be the inkling that he could be an unreliable narrator. But the stories are going to be fascinating. You just can't tell if a man telling the story of his life is telling an accurate story.
Nice. Very nice.
Just venturing in that direction. And I've got an old transgressive novel from 12 years ago. I've got metafiction that I was working on, and I'm like, okay, historical crime fiction, great, love it. But
Three
just
Stooges
like you
novel.
What?
Three Stooges novel.
Yeah, well, yeah, there's that one too. That's a crime
needs
fiction.
To see the light of day. That was a great novel.
That was crime fiction.
Yeah.
That was contemporary crime fiction. Well, we'll work on that. We got that one too. Yeah. But like with you, it's just like, it comes to mind. You don't say I'm a dark fantasy writer, but I had the sci-fi idea and I'm not going to do it. No, you run with it.
Right.
If the story grabs you, run with it, right?
And I'll probably put this under a pen name because it's not what I typically write. And I mean, it is so far and removed from what I typically write. I don't want to say fans, but fans to pick it up and read it and go, this isn't what he normally does.
Right. Exactly. I'm just wondering what kind of a pen name you would use, but don't reveal that right now because
it'll get traced back.
So,
but hey, I think we need to do another episode another time, maybe on marketing.
We should, but right now we should announce. I think it's okay to announce we're going to be speaking at the Tulsa Night Writers Conference on October 18th. Tulsa Night Writers, not writers. You don't want
to say sometime.
Well, I mean, if you have trouble speaking like the old guy that you deal with, that's Craft of Writing, the Thrill of Writing. Our dear friend Diane McCartney is going to be the keynote at that, and we're looking forward to that. But we'll be doing our presentations, and look that up, check that out. We'll be talking about that probably on every episode we do from now until then.
Yep.
And Tiki Man the Viking is going to be on the road in Tulsa. That's going to be a long day, isn't it?
It is. And the weekend before, I'm going to be doing, there's a Kansas City Literary Festival at one of the libraries. So I'm going to be a little busy.
I would go with you, but that's 2 weekends of pushing the old man to the edge.
Drink some coffee. You'll be fine.
I'm not a coffee drinker.
Start.
I'm a martini drinker. That won't work, though, will it? That won't work.
No.
Just catching up with you folks out there and letting you know that we're still here and still doing our stuff. We have more people that we're going to be interviewing, more speakers from the Tulsa Night Writers Conference as well, a couple of dear friends, a couple of surprise guests, and listen in. And, of course, as always, right? What do we say at the end?
Oh, we always say read a book. And also... if you have questions, comments, concerns, contact us at tikimanviking@gmail.com.
What is that one again? Say that again, please.
tikimanviking@gmail.com.
Just in case anybody didn't hear it. You're just making sure, right?
And I also want to give a shout out. We got picked up on the radio.
No. Oh, yes, we did. That's right.
We did, yes. There's an internet radio down in New Mexico that has started carrying our podcast, and I wanted to give a shout out.
Wolfpaw Radio Network.
Wolfpaw Radio Network.
That's just unbelievable that they. So obviously, we sit here when we do our thing, and we don't know who's listening and who knows us and who doesn't know us and so forth. And obviously, we are making an impact, and that's probably something for if you're a writer. And you're out there, you just keep working on your stuff. Just keep persistence and patience are the two big words that you should follow. We've been doing this podcast for over 2 years now.
Yeah.
And we've had a great time, and we just keep doing it. And whatever comes from it. And we're looking forward to that. Who's the gentleman on Wolfpaw Radio?
His name is Anthony. I'm going to cut this out because I don't want to sound like I'm totally out of...
Anthony Ortiz.
Anthony Ortiz. Yep. Anthony Ortiz runs Wolfpaw Radio.
And it's on the TuneIn app too. I get tuned in. Oh my goodness.
And he was even telling me that certain cars you can run it out of the cars now.
Good Lord.
So
well, I mean, Tiki Man the Viking mobile.
There you go.
On the road with Tiki Man the Viking. I like it.
Put that in your Lexus.
That's I'm going to write down that line and use that in the future. Mr. Ortiz, thank you for picking up Tiki Man the Viking. We appreciate you, and he's more than welcome to let us know if we're doing a good job on his behalf as well too.
Yep, he tells me he enjoys the podcast, listens to it. Believe it's on Sunday evenings.
That's not bad.
Yeah,
that's a good night. I'm still awake then.
So I'll send you a link next time. I'll start putting some of the links up on the page.
Fantastic. That'll be great. That'll be great for everybody that listens to us that wants to find us elsewhere. We're available now. We're available.
That's right, worldwide.
Oh my goodness. Well, yeah. Well, we interviewed somebody in Scotland, so we are.
Yeah, we are international.
Oh my goodness. Do they understand us overseas?
Some.
Fine.
All right.
Good talking to you folks. Thank you for listening in. And Tiki Man the Viking will be on the road in Tulsa, October 18th, and on Wolfpaw Radio and at your favorite podcast streaming service.
There you go. And read a book. Tiki Man and the Viking Podcast brought to you by Rumination of Thunder Media. The following intro and outro music was used for this media project. The music Find Them by Alexander Nakrata. Free download from filmmusic.io. License Creative Commons Attribution 4.0 International.